Okay, I got the engine cradle, cross member, subframe, whatever you want to call it. I got it out. Was not bad at all. I used bungee cords. Let me see if I can show you from the side here. I used bungee cords to wrap around both the stabilizer and the rack and pinion. Rack and pinion has sagged a little bit, so let me see if I can get a piece of wood under there until I get ready to put the other piece in. But let's see, back there you can see the bungee cords. And so it was only 4 bolts, and they weren't super tight except they were rusted in. These two guys came out relatively easy. Both of those were torqued higher. So here's the bolts here. So this is one of the front bolts. See how rusted it is? That one gave me the most trouble. It was rusted in. Here's what the rear ones look like. There's also 2 additional small bolts for this bracket. And I just removed the whole bracket. I didn't know what to do about it. It's probably correct to remove the bracket. So the bolts need to be cleaned up before this is put back together. And can't tell anything's bent, but it's got to be. I mean, the alignment's off. It's going to be on this corner here is where it's bent. And and I never did mention that those 2 things right there have little rubber hangers on it for the exhaust. So that was fun to remove. Those didn't want to come off, but I did. I used to poke the screwdriver in it and kind of stretched it out and got it to come off eventually. So you got to remember to do those before you lower it. And you can see here, you got, let's see, this is where the stabilizer bar mounts. These places here is where the rack and pinions mount. There's only 2 bolts for the rack and pinion. There's 4 bolts for the stabilizer. And then there's only 4 bolts holding the whole thing in. One there, one here, and one right there. And it weighs, maybe 20-30 pounds. It's not terribly heavy. The fact that it's rocking, maybe that indicates it's bent. I don't know. It doesn't matter at this point. It's getting replaced. Now, I don't know if I have to transplant that engine mount. Probably do. So there's a bolt there. Whoop, too high. There's a bolt there that I'm going to have to remove. I've already removed that one. That's the only one I had to remove the whole thing. So once I get the new one in, if that piece is missing, then I'll transplant it. Now, it looks like it's a mount, right? I mean, there's a rubber grommet right there, so maybe I'll think about replacing that just for the hell of it since I've got it out. See what AutoZone has on for a price, or if just order one online. No rush putting this back in. It'll be a week or so for me probably. But I also wanted to comment that I put all this stuff back together, okay? Brakes and everything are back on. Do not have to remove this stuff. You do not have to remove this. I said in the previous video that this has to be removed. It does not, because it's actually kind of nice to have that help hang the rack and pinion. So yeah, this is already back together and torqued up, ready to go. The other side, I never took it apart. So it's ready to go, but I have a new strut in here, and I've got an old strut on the other one. I replaced the strut here thinking that was what was causing the problem with the wheel, but replacing it didn't fix it, so I'm going to probably put the old strut back in and put that one away for the future or something. Because right now this has got a brand new spring, and the other one has an old spring. When I replaced the struts, I kept the old springs. So this side's going to ride a little bit higher. I don't think I'm going to like that. All right, well, that's it for this video. There'll be another one when I put it back together. Okay, not quite done with the video, but I am done with the work now for today. So I went ahead and pulled out my new strut, put the one that I had in there originally back in. So that's been done. Opened the hood because I had to loosen those upper strut nuts. But I wanted to show you down there, see how I've got a bunch of cords wrapped around the stabilizer and the rack and pinion, and I'm just hanging it off of that stud there. I guess that stud's for, I don't know, the heater core or something on the inside. So that's what we're doing there. And then the last thing I need to show you is I went ahead and put a piece of wood under the stabilizer on this side because it was sagging on me. And So that's going to keep it in good position until I'm ready to install the new cross member. So that's it. Looks like this one's going to get done. The part's supposed to come in tomorrow on Monday, and hopefully it does, but it's FedEx, who knows. But that's it for this video. There'll be another one as I'm putting it back together. Thanks.